Oftentimes people think carbon dating challenges the biblical timeline, but in reality, carbon dating is a creationist's best friend. Incredibly, this unfossilized bone contains carbon-14. So what, Chris? Why is that incredible? Why are you excited about that? This is remarkable. Why does it matter if we're finding carbon-14 and these things are supposedly millions of years old? Here's dating made simple. Carbon dating, sorry guys. Cosmic rays from space bombard nitrogen. Nitrogen is very common in the atmosphere. Cosmic rays convert the nitrogen-14 into carbon-14, which is unstable. It's radioactive and decays back to what? Nitrogen-14. Carbon-14 gets taken up by plants through photosynthesis, and animals eat the plants, and so the carbon-14 becomes part of the plant tissue and animal tissue in equilibrium in the same amounts. So when an animal is alive, we have all the same amount of carbon-14 relative to the stable form carbon-12. But what happens after an animal dies? After an animal dies, it stops taking in new carbon. It stops eating. And so that carbon-14, although it's originally at 100%, immediately at the point of death, over time, what happens to that carbon-14? It drops at a rate that you can measure today called the half-life. The half-life is about 5,730 years. So it takes about that long for half of it to decay back into nitrogen-14. Okay, so how long does it take to get to that point where there's nothing left? After around 16 or so half-lives, the amount of carbon-14 left, the percent remaining, goes all the way down to 0.000. That's equivalent to about 100,000 years. After about 100,000 years, there should be no more measurable amount of carbon-14 left. So anything below this threshold of 100,000 years, anything older should be what? Carbon-14 dead. Amazingly, in the radiocarbon literature, non-creationist literature, there are 90 peer-reviewed scientific journals finding this anomalous pattern. Every known sample that's been sent in shows there's a measurable amount of carbon-14 in things that are older than 100,000 years. This is from top to bottom throughout the entire sedimentary record. Remarkable confirmation that the rock layers were all deposited at the same time. In other words, they all stopped taking in carbon at the same time. They all died at the same time during a singular event, which should remind us of a global flood.